Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Jinjin's Cosmic. If you didn't happen to be here, perhaps it's time to meet your soul. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into a truth that many of you, dear Libras, have likely felt stirring within your very core. It's that subtle, almost imperceptible whisper that someone, somewhere, is watching you. You might have dismissed it as an overactive imagination or mere coincidence, but the universe is now pulling back the veil, ready to reveal what has been hidden. The eyes that follow you in secret are about to come into focus. Have you ever felt that distinct shiver, that prickling sensation that suggests you're being observed, even when absolute silence surrounds you? Perhaps you've brushed it off, but what's emerging in the coming days is no random occurrence. It's a precise, destined revelation. Before we delve further, I want you to take a moment. Right now, in the comments below, I want you to write, "My intuition knows." This simple affirmation will open your mind to the insights we're about to uncover together. There is someone out there meticulously noting every single detail about you. Your choices, the energy you radiate, your subtle movements. Nothing escapes their gaze. This secret observation could stem from admiration, or it might be rooted in something darker, like envy. But one thing is absolutely certain. You are about to discover who this person is, and this realization will fundamentally transform the way you perceive and engage with your relationships. Is this silent observer a trusted friend, a quiet rival, or someone who simply hasn't yet found the courage to step forward and reveal themselves? I want you to really grasp this. As you watch this very video, someone is not just idly thinking of you. No. Their thoughts are intense, calculated, almost obsessive. This is someone who, perhaps unconsciously, knows your routines, your favored haunts, even your emotional soft spots, better than you might realize yourself. They've been studying you. Much like one devours a truly captivating book they simply cannot put down. And the most unsettling part? You likely have no idea who it is. We exist within an invisible tapestry of observers, all woven into the fabric of your life. People who track your every move, dissect your every word, and commit every nuance of your personality to memory. This isn't accidental, dear Libra. It happens because you, with your inherent grace and magnetism, emanate a unique energetic frequency, a resonance so compelling, so utterly irresistible, that it acts like a powerful magnet, drawing specific kinds of individuals into your orbit. Now, it's crucial to understand that not all these observers share the same intentions. Some genuinely wish to protect you, to safeguard your harmonious essence. Others, however, harbor a desire to possess you, to claim a piece of your light for themselves. And then there are those who, shockingly, might even wish to diminish or destroy what you embody. The profound truth you are about to uncover will empower you to discern precisely who falls into which category. Have you been experiencing an odd, persistent feeling lately? As if unseen eyes are upon you, even when you're completely alone. Perhaps it feels as though your most private conversations echo in spaces they shouldn't, or that intimate decisions you've made are strangely known to those who could have no legitimate way of knowing. This isn't the onset of paranoia, my dear Libra. This is pure, unadulterated perception. Your finely tuned Libra intuition, always exquisitely sensitive to the intricate dance of relational dynamics, is currently apprehending a deeper reality that your conscious mind has yet to fully process. The compelling truth is that you are surrounded by several distinct types of secret observers, each operating simultaneously within the sphere of your life and each driven by a particular agenda intimately connected to a specific facet of your Libra personality. Some are drawn to your innate charm, that effortless allure you possess. Others covet your refined aesthetic sense, your impeccable taste. Many yearn for your remarkable ability to effortlessly create harmony wherever you go, while still others are fascinated by your unique gift for mediating conflict with such poise. But there exists a particularly insidious type, the most dangerous of all, who desires nothing less than your complete essence. They want to be you. They yearn to inhabit your life, to possess everything that you have meticulously cultivated and radiated. Let's begin by identifying the first type of secret observer, whom I refer to as the student of harmony. This is often someone within your immediate social circle who exhibits an almost unnatural interest in how you navigate difficult situations. They meticulously observe how you can effortlessly engage with individuals who are fundamentally at odds, yet somehow maintain a sense of camaraderie with all parties. They study your uncanny ability to step into tense environments and, with a subtle shift in energy, instantly diffuse the tension. They're captivated by that almost magical knack you possess for making even the most challenging personalities feel genuinely heard and understood. This observer is studying you not out of pure benevolent curiosity, but because they wish to learn your diplomatic strategies. Their goal is to master your techniques, but not to use them for the greater good. Instead, they aim to wield these skills to manipulate situations to their own advantage. They meticulously memorize your phrases, unconsciously mimic your gestures, and even adopt your particular tone of voice when they perceive an opportunity to extract something they desire from someone. You are, in essence, teaching them without ever realizing it. They are learning without your explicit permission. And then, at the opportune moment, they might very well use your own weapons, your own gifts of harmony, against you. You might have already noticed this phenomenon. Perhaps certain individuals in your orbit have begun to echo your way of speaking, to react in situations with a similar composure to yours, or even to approach conflicts with a mirroring diplomatic style. This, dear Libra, is not a simple, innocent form of admiration. It is a calculated act of appropriation. They are effectively stealing your nuanced methods of creating peace and harmony, intending to deploy them for their own ends, or worse, to subtly undermine your own efforts. When you then attempt to apply your characteristic techniques to these very individuals, you might find them strangely resistant, almost as if they already know how to neutralize your approach. This is because they have observed and studied you for so long that they can anticipate your every move. The second type of observer, and arguably even more unsettling, is what I term the beauty collector. This individual has developed a quiet, almost fervent obsession with your exquisite aesthetic sense. They scrutinize everything. They note the way you effortlessly put together an outfit, the thoughtful arrangement of your living spaces, the specific colors you gravitate towards, the unique objects that draw your eye, and your innate ability to combine seemingly disparate elements into something profoundly harmonious. To this person, you are often not perceived as an individual in your own right, but rather as an inexhaustible wellspring of inspiration, a silent mentor in the art of living beautifully. They secretly absorb every detail. This observer could be someone surprisingly close to you, a friend, a family member, or even a colleague, who consistently offers lavish compliments on your taste. They might frequently inquire about where you purchased a particular item or how you arrive at your specific choices. As a Libra, naturally inclined to spread beauty and share your discoveries, you might feel genuinely flattered by this attention, this apparent interest. You willingly divulge your aesthetic insights, as it aligns perfectly with your generous spirit. However, What often goes unnoticed is that this individual is systematically, almost clinically, mirroring your visual identity. Weeks, or even months later, you might discover that they have redecorated their home in a startlingly similar style to yours. They begin acquiring clothing pieces that are uncannily reminiscent of your own wardrobe. They adopt your preferred color palettes, and in some more extreme cases, they might even alter their hairstyle to emulate yours. When gently confronted, they will often dismiss it as mere inspiration, insisting that you simply have good taste, or that it's a pure coincidence. But deep within you, that familiar shiver returns, because you know it is no coincidence. This is systematic replication. This is, in a subtle, yet undeniable way, aesthetic identity theft. The third observer, and indeed the most perilous, is the emotional predator. This individual has cunningly identified your inherent Libra tendency to seek harmony, to please others, to avoid confrontation at almost any cost, and to often sacrifice your own needs for the greater peace of the group. And over a span of months, perhaps even years, they have meticulously charted the precise buttons to push to manipulate you emotionally. They understand with uncanny accuracy that if they use a certain tone or articulate a specific concern, you are likely to concede. They know that if they orchestrate a particular type of drama or conflict, your intrinsic need for balance will compel you to rush in and attempt to resolve it. This observer has studied your emotional reactions with the precision of a scientist conducting an experiment. They know precisely when you are most vulnerable, when your innate need for approval is heightened, and when your fear of creating discord is at its most potent, and they relentlessly utilize this invaluable information to subtly control you, often so skillfully that you remain entirely unaware of the manipulation taking place. Your only conscious realization is that you consistently find yourself doing exactly what this person desires, even when it directly contradicts your initial intentions or desires. They are constantly observing your responses to social situations, meticulously gathering data on your emotional vulnerabilities. When you recoil from conflict, they make a mental note. When you internalize blame for something that was unequivocally not your fault, they file that information away for future use. When you go to extraordinary lengths to ensure someone else's happiness, they commit that pattern to memory. And then, without hesitation, they weaponize this knowledge against you whenever it serves their agenda. Then there is the observer I call the energy vampire. This individual has, through their keen observation, discovered that you, dear Libra, are an almost inexhaustible fount of positive energy, inherent beauty, and profound harmony. They don't necessarily harbor malicious intent to harm you. Rather, their sole objective is to perpetually siphon this radiant energy from you. Consequently, they watch you closely to pinpoint the exact moments and methods to approach you and secure their vital dose of your vibrant Libra vitamin. This type of observer is keenly attuned to your emotional patterns and seems to magically materialize whenever you are operating at a high vibration. When you are genuinely happy, brimming with confidence, and radiating that undeniable, magnetic Libra energy, this person appears almost out of thin air, desperately wanting to be in your presence. Interestingly, they are conspicuously absent when you are feeling low, when you are in dire need of support, or when you are navigating through personal difficulties. They surface only to feast on your light when it is shining brightest. You might have already recognized this pattern. Certain individuals seem to seek you out exclusively when you are feeling good, when you are enthusiastically engaged in a new project, deeply passionate about something, actively pursuing your dreams, or gracefully shining in a social setting. They arrive with rather flimsy excuses for reconnecting, but in truth, their primary motive is to absorb some of your radiant energy. Once they've had their fill, they vanish, only to reappear the next time you are feeling your absolute best. The fifth type of observer is the lifestyle imitator. This person is captivated not just by specific aspects of your personality, but by the entirety of your life. They aspire to live as you do, to cultivate the kind of relationships you effortlessly form, and to frequent the very places you enjoy. They observe you as if you are a meticulously crafted manual, an instructional guide on how to live an interesting, fulfilling life. This observer systematically gathers intelligence on virtually every aspect of your existence. Your hobbies, your eclectic musical tastes, your preferred restaurants, your cherished travel destinations, even your unique turns of phrase. Their ultimate goal is to embody a version of you, but crucially, without having to invest the inherent effort required to cultivate a genuine personality of their own. It's almost as if they've selected you as a character they wish to portray in their own narrative. The truly chilling aspect of this observer is that they might begin to appear in the same places you frequent, seemingly by chance. They might start following the exact same social media accounts you engage with. They could adopt identical interests to yours. And when you inevitably encounter them, they are able to converse with surprising familiarity about any topic that interests you, solely because they have diligently researched everything about you beforehand. This isn't admiration. It's an attempt at complete assimilation. Next, we encounter the ex-orbiter observer. These are individuals from your romantic past who have never truly moved on from you. They continue to monitor your life from a considerable distance. They avoid direct contact, understanding, perhaps, that such an approach would be inappropriate or unwelcome. Instead, they meticulously follow your journey through social media, through mutual friends, and through any available conduit of information about your current life. These individuals have, in essence, created a comprehensive mental archive of your present existence. They are keenly aware of your social circle, the professional projects you are engaged in, and the personal milestones you are achieving. They consume this information daily, treating your life as a captivating, ongoing soap opera in which they are secret, devoted spectators. Some, from afar, genuinely root for your continued success. Others, it must be said, secretly harbor a quiet hope that you might encounter some difficulty, providing them with an opportune moment to reappear and offer their support. Then, we have the more subtle observer, the pattern analyst. This person has astutely identified that you, as a Libra, possess certain predictable behavioral patterns. They know with almost mathematical certainty that you will instinctively try to mediate when two individuals you care deeply about are in conflict. They understand that you will often sacrifice your own needs when a loved one requires assistance. They are aware that your position might shift if social pressure is skillfully applied, and they leverage this profound understanding to indirectly influence your decisions. This type of observer rarely manipulates you directly. Instead, they deftly manipulate the situations around you, confident in their knowledge of how you will react. They might subtly instigate conflicts between people within your immediate circle, knowing with certainty that your innate need for harmony will compel you to intervene. They might strategically plant specific pieces of information, fully aware of how these details will influence your subsequent choices. It's as if they are a secret conductor, orchestrating the events around you to elicit the precise reactions they desire from you. There's also the professionally envious observer. This is someone who operates within your professional sphere or harbors similar ambitions to yours. They obsessively watch you, not to collaborate or celebrate, but to uncover the perceived secrets to your success. This individual finds it difficult, perhaps impossible, to accept that you seem to achieve your goals with a relative ease, while they, despite their best efforts, struggle to attain comparable results. They meticulously study your professional relationships, analyze your negotiation tactics, observe how you build consensus in challenging situations, and note how you maintain positive relationships even within highly competitive environments. However, instead of genuinely seeking to learn and grow from your example, their primary objective is to identify any perceived weaknesses they might exploit. They may wish to imitate your external successes, but simultaneously, they harbor a desire to subtly sabotage you, to diminish your competitive edge, purely out of a sense of deep-seated envy. The most dangerous observer of all, and often the one you would least suspect, is the vulnerability scholar. This individual has dedicated an alarming amount of time to observing you, so much so that they have mapped out your deepest emotional wounds, your most carefully guarded insecurities, and your most intimate fears. They know precisely where you are most fragile and possess an acute understanding of how to access that fragility when they deem it necessary. This observer is particularly cruel because they weaponize your inherent Libra sensitivity against you. They have discovered, for instance, that you harbor a deep-seated fear of rejection, and so they employ subtle threats of abandonment to control your behavior. They've learned that you are prone to feelings of guilt, and thus they utilize guilt-based manipulation tactics. They've recognized your fundamental need for approval, and therefore, they condition that approval upon you, exhibiting the specific behaviors they desire. This is a master manipulator who knows your emotional blueprint better than you know it yourself. Now, you might wonder why you, dear Libra, attract such a myriad of secret observers. It is no accident. Your natural energy is, quite simply, hypnotic. You possess a distinctive way of moving through the world that is simultaneously self-assured and approachable, exquisitely sophisticated, yet profoundly warm. You possess the rare gift of making people feel uniquely special with just the focused power of your attention. You effortlessly weave beauty into every space you inhabit. You harmonize what is discordant. This, my friends, is a truly rare and potent gift that many people yearn to possess in some form or another. However, it is imperative that you fully internalize this truth. Not all admiration is benevolent. Not all interest is innocent. And certainly, not all observation is merely casual. Some individuals study you with the intense focus of a predator tracking its prey. Others observe you with the calculating gaze of a thief, meticulously casing a prized possession they intend to steal. And still others follow your journey with the detached curiosity of a scientist scrutinizing a fascinating, ongoing experiment. What makes this intricate dynamic even more complex for you, dear Libra, is your natural inclination to appreciate admiration. You genuinely enjoy feeling that people are interested in you, that they seek your company, and that they value your considered opinion. This intrinsic need for approval and connection, while a beautiful aspect of your nature, can often lead you to lower your guard around individuals who warrant careful scrutiny. You, with your open heart, tend to grant access to the intimate spaces of your life to those who, frankly, do not always deserve that sacred privilege. Your inherently open and harmonious nature also predisposes you to assume the best intentions in others, even when various subtle signs might indicate otherwise. You would, by default, prefer to believe that people are well-intentioned, rather than confront the unsettling possibility that someone within your close circle might harbor hidden, potentially detrimental agendas concerning you. This generosity of spirit is indeed a beautiful characteristic, but it can also become a significant vulnerability when applied indiscriminately. The secret observation you are often subjected to isn't always malevolent, but it is always intense. You ignite a voracious curiosity within people. They want to understand how you manage to maintain such poise and equanimity in a world often defined by chaos. How you retain your inherent elegance, even amidst the most trying of circumstances. How you possess the remarkable ability to perceive beauty where others only identify problems. How you make people feel profoundly heard and genuinely valued, simply by being your authentic self. Some of these individuals observe you because they truly, genuinely wish to learn from you. They aspire to cultivate some of the remarkable qualities you naturally embody. They seek to understand how they might infuse more harmony and beauty into their own lives. These types of observers are harmless, and indeed, their positive influence can radiate outwards, enriching the lives of others. But then there are those who watch you because they've identified something within you that they have either lost themselves or, perhaps, never truly possessed. Your innate ability to forge authentic connections, your gift for making others feel important and seen, your effortless ease in navigating complex social labyrinths. These individuals don't aspire to learn these skills. They are driven by a deeper, darker impulse. They wish to steal, to imitate, or, in the most extreme cases, to destroy what you have, precisely because they cannot reconcile with their own profound sense of inadequacy. Now, let's turn to the most complex observer of all, your own higher self. A significant portion of that distinct feeling of being watched originates from your own expanded consciousness, which is in constant, loving observation of you. You possess an intrinsic, natural connection to the more subtle dimensions of reality, and these dimensions continuously reflect back to you invaluable information regarding how you are living your life, the choices you are making, and how you are deploying your inherent gifts. This profound cosmic self-observation can manifest in various ways, as sudden, clear intuitions about the true intentions of those around you, as powerful premonitions about situations that are poised to unfold, or as sudden, profound insights into relational dynamics you hadn't consciously registered before. Your higher self observes you with an unwavering love, but also with an expectation, an urging that you fully utilize your innate Libran wisdom to cultivate even greater beauty and harmony within the world. Dear Libra, the most vital revelation you must wholeheartedly embrace is this. Being observed is not merely probable, it is inevitable for someone possessing your magnetic presence. The fundamental question, therefore, isn't how to cease being observed. That would be an impossible endeavor, one that would, tragically, diminish your natural brilliance. The true question is how to astutely identify the intentions underpinning these observations, and, crucially, how to safeguard yourself from observers who harbor harmful or manipulative agendas. You are now called to develop an even sharper emotional radar, a finely tuned instrument capable of distinguishing between genuine admiration and insidious, predatory interest. You need to cultivate the ability to recognize those moments when someone is suspiciously gathering information about you, far beyond the bounds of normal, healthy curiosity. You must learn to erect healthy, protective boundaries that safeguard your invaluable privacy without completely shutting down your inherently welcoming and open nature. Start paying meticulous attention to individuals who ask overly detailed or probing questions about your personal life. Notice those who seem to possess knowledge about you that they could not have legitimately acquired. Be acutely aware of anyone who systematically imitates specific aspects of your personality, your style, or even your mannerisms. Observe those who seem to appear uncannily at precisely the right moments, almost as if they possess foreknowledge of what is unfolding in your life. And be wary of those who offer excessively effusive compliments but never reciprocate with genuine care or support. Furthermore, pay close attention to how you feel after interacting with certain individuals. If you consistently feel drained, exposed, or as though you've inadvertently revealed more about yourself than you intended, this is a significant sign. It may indicate that this person is extracting information from you with an intensity far exceeding what would be considered normal in a balanced, healthy interaction. Protection, my dear Libra, does not equate to closing yourself off entirely or descending into a state of pervasive suspicion. On the contrary, it means becoming discerningly selective. It means offering varying layers of access to your vibrant life, granting deeper access only to those who consistently demonstrate through their actions, not merely their words, that they are worthy of such a privilege. It means consciously choosing to keep certain aspects of your inner world private until you are absolutely certain of the intentions of the person seeking to draw close. You also need to understand that some of your secret observers are individuals who genuinely care deeply for you, but simply lack the emotional fluency or courage to express that care directly. Perhaps they are fearful of their own vulnerability, or they might feel that you are, in some way, beyond their reach. These silent, benevolent observers might simply be patiently waiting for a clear sign that you are open to forging deeper, more authentic connections. The fundamental distinction between loving observation and predatory observation lies in its inherent energy. Loving observation, even when you are not consciously aware of its source, leaves you with a profound feeling of being cared for, uplifted, and seen. Predatory observation, however, leaves you feeling exposed, vulnerable, and with a distinct sense that something vital is being siphoned from you without your explicit permission. Libra, your burgeoning awareness of these various types of secret observers will utterly transform the way you navigate all your relationships, both new and old. You will begin to notice intricate patterns that were previously entirely invisible to your conscious mind. You will be able to clearly identify individuals who have been approaching you with ulterior motives, hidden agendas, or self-serving intentions. You will instantly recognize when someone is strategically attempting to gather information about you, as opposed to someone who is genuinely and innocently interested in truly getting to know the authentic you. This profound new insight will inevitably cause you to reevaluate relationships you once considered unshakably solid. It will compel you to view certain familiar behaviors in a radically different light. It will, perhaps uncomfortably, reveal that some individuals you once considered trusted friends were, in fact, merely observers with very specific, self-serving agendas. And conversely, it will powerfully confirm that some people you intuitively felt genuinely cared for you truly do, even if they have never explicitly vocalized it. The immense power in this moment lies in the recognition that, on some deeper level, you always knew you were being watched. Your finely tuned Libra intuition, always exquisitely attuned to the subtle shifts in relational dynamics, picked up on these patterns long before your conscious mind had the opportunity to fully process them. Now that you possess the precise language to name what you've been feeling, you are empowered to consciously and intentionally decide how you wish to engage with each type of observer in your life. Some individuals you will undoubtedly choose to maintain at a respectful distance. Others you might feel compelled to confront directly with your characteristic grace and poise. Some you might simply choose to ignore, allowing them to eventually tire and disengage. And then there are others where you might discern that beneath the observation lies a genuine, if unexpressed, desire for closeness, a desire that simply didn't know how to articulate itself properly. In these instances, you might choose to nurture and transform these connections into something far more authentic and reciprocal. The reality, dear Libra, is that the secret observation you are subjected to will continue, because it is an intrinsic part of who you are. You are naturally fascinating, and fascinating individuals inevitably attract attention. But now, critically, you possess the refined tools to discern between healthy, respectful attention and problematic, manipulative attention. You have acquired the profound knowledge necessary to protect your vital energy while simultaneously continuing to share your abundant gifts with the world. And remember this crucial point. You too observe other people, often far more keenly than you might admit. Your inherent Libran nature predisposes you to be naturally attentive to the intricate tapestry of social dynamics, to the subtle beauty in aesthetic details, and to the nuanced emotional undertones of the individuals around you. The profound difference, however, is that you observe with the pure intention of harmonizing, of creating beauty, and of facilitating deeper, more meaningful connections. Now, it is time to deploy this very same acute capacity for observation to identify precisely who is observing you and with what true intentions. Libra, this revelation may, at its initial touch, feel a little unsettling, perhaps even painful, but I assure you, it will ultimately be your profound liberation. The clarity that is now arriving is the very key to unlocking your next phase of evolution. All too often, you have, with your open heart, trusted too implicitly, expected too much from others, and clung to comforting illusions that no longer serve your highest good. But in this potent period, the universe is poised to present you with the stark, unvarnished reality. And it is precisely this unvarnished truth that will restore to you a profound sense of peace and a clear, unwavering direction. The pivotal question before you is this: will you perceive this profound revelation as an unbearable burden? Or will you embrace it as the exhilarating genesis of a brand new, more authentic life? This is a swift, powerful, energetic movement that is unfolding between now and the end of the month. If you fail to pay conscious attention, you might even miss its subtle unfolding. But the signs are already there, undeniably present. A strange, lingering look, a seemingly stray, out-of-place phrase, an unexpected, out-of-character action. Understand that absolutely nothing will happen by mere chance. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, will employ every conceivable means to ensure that you finally see and internalize this truth. And if this deeply personal revelation is precisely what your soul has been silently yearning for, will you summon the profound courage to accept it fully? Libra, truly, get ready. Time is indeed of the essence, and before this month gracefully draws to a close, you will hold in your hands a truth, a profound, life-altering insight that will fundamentally change the trajectory of your entire life. If you found yourself deeply resonating with the intricate patterns I've described today, if you felt that undeniable thrill of recognition when I spoke of the various types of observers, it is because your intuition, your inner knowing, already held all of this wisdom. Now, you possess the precise vocabulary, the language, to articulate what you have been instinctively feeling. And this, my dear Libra, profoundly empowers you to act consciously, intentionally, and from a place of newfound strength. Share in the comments below if you've recognized or identified any of your own secret observers. Your courage in naming these patterns may very well illuminate the path for other Libras to recognize their own. Subscribe to the channel, because understanding who is observing you is merely the crucial first step. The next, equally vital step, is learning how to wield this powerful information to cultivate relationships that are rooted in profound authenticity, unwavering security, and genuine reciprocity. Turn on your notifications to stay fully abreast of our upcoming revelations regarding how to skillfully navigate this complex, often hidden world of relational dynamics. You unequivocally deserve relationships that are built upon transparent honesty and genuine, heartfelt reciprocity, not upon secret observation and concealed agendas. And now, dear Libra, you possess all the essential tools to consciously create precisely that in your beautiful, evolving life.